Alrighty, folks, I want to talk about our Vegas event this weekend, year 3, ORAT celebration, family reunion, all of the good stuff. And oh, by the way, the best agenda I've ever created, if I do, say so myself. I've spent so much time working on this. It is amazing. But what I want to do with Adrian is actually have a conversation about, you know what? Let's just talk brass tacks. If you're coming to this event, I'm going to guess the average person is dropping $3,000. Now, that's obviously not tickets. Tickets are very cheap, but that's hotels, that's flights, that's food, that's all this stuff. So I want to have a conversation with Adrian about, hey, let's just acknowledge people are spending $3,000 to be there. How would they maximize the return on investment? Because again, dropping $3,000, that's not chump change. That's some real money there. And how is somebody going to benefit and get a maximum return? Adrian, what do you think is the first things they should think about doing?
So good. First thing, guys, and I know some of you are going to be like, what are you talking about? But I know it's Vegas. Getting to bed at a predetermined time on the first night in Vegas is the most important, right? I think I need to call out the fact that the event is in Vegas. So I do have something really good to share. But the first thing is, and this is the mistake I make going to Vegas quite often for events, is it's Vegas. You get sucked into Vegas, and night one, you're out till 2:00 in the morning, and you are not going to show up that next day with the right mindset and being able to ask the questions and listen the way you should. So I think it's going to be the first thing, right? Let's call out Vegas for being what Vegas is.
I love that. I love that. You're absolutely right. And again, if you guys don't got it twisted, I am a military man, so I start on time. First day, again, no lie, goes 8 to 8. Right. So we go 12 hours on Saturday, and then we go 8 to 6 on Sunday. We start early. We don't do this soft 9 o'clock bullshit. So yeah, there is on Friday, don't go out. On Saturday, you won't have a chance to go out because we're going to go hard for 12 hours. And then if you want to celebrate Vegas, go out Sunday, because you know what, folks, Monday is a holiday. So go nuts Sunday evening. Yeah. The next thing I think about is, no matter how good of an agenda I put together, and again, I really do think this year is going to be the best one yet. We've got so many headliners just mashed together and some amazing stories from ORAT families. I want to tell you the most value being an attendee is the attendees. I'm going to tell you there is probably 1 or 2 best friends waiting for you to be met. One of the things that I got wrong, and I've documented many times, is I did this damn battle by myself. I should have gone to events. I should have created friendships like with Adrian and Ty and Omar. I needed to get my battle bros with me. And I promise you, you got battle bros in that room. Go get them, meet them, shake hands. One thing you will know if you're in an ORAT group is we all speak the same language. We're all doing the work. So introduce yourself. Don't be shy is my number one.
Huge, huge. And to that point, the quality of the event you attend will be in direct correlation to the quality of questions that you ask, but that you just don't ask the headliners, to Zuber's point, that you ask the other people in the room. Bingo. My biggest breakthroughs at any event have came from the answers that I get from the people in the crowd, the people sitting next to me. That's where yes, the nuggets come from stage. Yes, don't get me wrong. I get some good nuggets from the stage. But that like real needle moving is from the guy and gal sitting right next to you.
Yeah, you just never know who's in the room. Again, I'm going to guess in that room, let's just say we have 300 people just for round numbers. I'm going to guess on average, again, people in my community on average are going to own some rental properties. It's not going to be a lot, but it's going to be some, and it's going to be more than others. But the thing that you will know for certain is we're all going the same direction. Right. That's the thing that we've built here, is we put everybody in the same boat and we're going down the same river. We're going at different rates. We're at different parts, but we're all going the same way. And there's so much value in that. Right. And then the second thing I'll highlight here is, if you guys don't know by now, I'm a different cat. I don't need the money, right? Most people do events, whether you want to admit it or not, to sell you something else. Back of the room, masterminds, super secret handshake weekends, nonsense. I don't do any of that. I don't let any of my speakers do that. I'm such a moron and an idiot that this year I'm not even selling virtual access. The last couple of years I did a Zoom where you could buy it for $99 and watch it. I'm not even doing that this year. Wow. I'm only giving it to you inside school because I want you in school. And oh, by the way, school's $20 and you used to buy it for $99. So I'm such a moron, I'm even losing more money. But where I'm going with this is every speaker will allocate 10 to 15 minutes for Q&A. Live Q&A from the audience. So again, ask questions. Ask questions. That is unique.
And I want to rephrase, maybe idiot's a strong word. I would say you're more of a giver, Zuber. You're a giver. That's what it is. You're giving, right? You're giving.
It's funny you bring that up because, again, right, I operate in this world now, this guru-dem, whether you like it or not. That's kind of where I get placed by folks. And I talk to other people that throw events. And again, they're like, what do you talk about, Zuber? You don't sell a 10,000 this, a 5,000 that, whatever. Right. He's like, you're losing money. I'm like, yeah, probably. He's like, why are you doing that? All of our events are lost leaders because we sell this, 7 figures on the back end. You're an idiot. And that they use that word explicitly. And I'm like, you guys are missing the point. I am not trying to line my pockets. I'm trying to change people's future. We just have a different mission.
Well, and that's the difference of events. That's the difference of events. I've been to your event and I've been to others' events. Other events, they're pitch fest, sell me this, sell me that, sell me this. This is more of a joint collective community of just good givers, guys. And with that, right, don't be afraid to ask the vulnerable question. Don't be afraid to ask the embarrassing question that you think is embarrassing. It's not that embarrassing. A matter of fact, what I love is when I share things at a table, like at lunch, there's someone across from me going, dude, I just went through the same thing, or I'm going through the same thing. Yes. And there's a lot of relation that goes on, right? Because you're like, oh, you went through that, dude, give me some advice. Or like what I love, I really want to interview Lumberjack. I posted a video on how some tenant wasn't paying rent. And if you guys ever want to get into owning real estate, understand that it's not easy. Well, a lot of people were just talking a lot of crap on those comments, right? And I love Lumberjack stepped in and he's like, hold on, wait a minute, right? Like, I own a lot of real estate. This is what I do. This is what I do. Because everybody's like, this is why you shouldn't. This is why you shouldn't. But it's people like Lumberjack in that room, guys. It's people like Millennial Mike, where you're able to really get near them and really ask them some questions of the issues that you're going through, that they've already been through. So just something to think about.
And oh, by the way, I just sent Lumberjack a text saying you want to interview him in the podcast room. So he now has that on the agenda as well. We will make that happen because you are such a big part of this. The other thing, the other thing I love about my events, and this is going to be 100% selfish, is I get to celebrate the community, right? If you've ever been to one of my events, one of the things that I love to do is give things away. So all the speakers will get something. If it's your first time speaking, you'll get a belt. And if it's if you're coming back for something else, you'll get a different surprise. And I get to celebrate the millionaires, right? I have so many returning millionaires that I don't have dedicated speaking spots. So there'll be a talk on Saturday, which you, Ty, Beth, and many others will be a part of, which will give you time in the sun because I want the world, my community, to see you. But I also get to thank you and give you something from me to you as an award for sticking with me for a year. And also the biggest cheer I will get is I give belts to 5 or 6 people in my community that have no idea it's coming. So that'll be fun.
Let's go. You guys, but with that, all the speakers are going to be incredible. There's a headline speaker. Do they know about that? Do they know about who the headline?
Yeah.
Because I have like a book of questions if I'm allowed to ask him, right?
Yeah.
But you guys all know it's the one and only Pace Morby, guys. I don't know anybody that owns as much real estate or has been such a giver, right, than Zuber in this space. And what I do know about Pace is he will answer your questions.
Every question he will answer, yes.
He will stay and he'll answer your questions. So, as I mentioned before, right, the quality of your event, not Zuber's event, the event you go to individually is in direct correlation to the quality of the questions you ask. So you guys come prepared with some good questions. Come prepared with some things you're struggling with, right? And don't be afraid to ask, because this is one thing I love about this room. No one makes anybody feel dumb about a question that they ask.
Yes.
I've been in other rooms where someone will ask a question and you'll hear the crowd go, you can hear the and that person just becomes this small. You don't got to worry about that in this room. In this room, you ask whatever question you want, and you'll probably get a hug from somebody going, dude, I just went through it. You can get through this, right? So You guys, there's nothing to be worried about. I'm really excited. I want to answer some questions too. Do you guys have any questions while you're there?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Look him up. Adrian will be there.
Yeah, on the wholesale space or the fix and flip space, anything I can do.
Direct marketing, deals, what's changed year to year. Again, Adrian is a go-giver. He'll be there and answer all the questions. If you want to ask it in the big room, he'll be there. But the thing I love about my community members, you guys will be there. You're not going to come in and out. Pace might, right? He's on his 100 city tour, so I don't know that he'll hang out a lot, but he will be there for at least 2 hours. His wife, Laura Morby, is rumored to be in the room as well. I'm hoping she is. She's amazing. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And year 3. Year 3. Dude, already.
4, right? Because Fresno.
Yeah, we did a little test run. We did year 0. Fresno was a test run. Yes, you're right. You were there.
I can't believe that was 4 years ago, Zuber.
It was 4 years ago.
Well, and then let's take a year back. Was it a year back that I met you at the David Green event? Was that a year, or would that be 2 years?
Might have been 2 years. Yeah.
Might have been 2 years. You know what? It was, because I met you there. Then the next year we see you again in Vegas. That's when we reconnected in Vegas. And then the following year you had Fresno. Right. Holy snaps. That was a long time.
Dude, we're getting old, man.
Don't tell me about it, dude. I got gray hairs in here.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it, you puppy. You're just a puppy still. Get off the couch, puppy. I could say that with the ultimate respect. But man, I so much look forward to, and it's not lost on me. Many of you gentlemen are making a sacrifice for me. It's not lost on me that Saturday is Valentine's Day. Your wives are gracious enough to give you a hall pass. You're going to drive in, leaving at 4 a.m., which is amazing. And you're going to be there all Saturday. But yeah, check them out. Adrian will be there Saturday, and Ty and others are making the same sacrifice. You guys are cashing in some points, and it's not lost on me that you probably had some very difficult conversations to make this happen. So thank you for doing that.
I appreciate that. The good thing is my wife loves you. She loves the community, so she understands.
That's good to hear.
As long as you don't stay, we're good.
As long as you get your ass back in bed, we're good.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, family, take care of yourself. Drive safe Saturday, and we'll see you bright and early, 8 a.m.
Appreciate you guys. Say hello.
Thanks,
see you
family.
there.